law of compensation is a universal principle that explains how the rewards you receive in life, whether in terms of money, success, love, or fulfillment, are directly related to the value you contribute. It is often summed up as, you reap what you sow. The law of compensation states that the amount of compensation or rewards you receive will always be proportional to the effort, energy, and service you put forth. If you want to experience more success, more wealth, better relationships, or a greater sense of fulfillment, you need to focus on providing more value in the areas that matter most to you. The more value you create, the more compensation you will receive. This law works across all areas of life, whether in your career, business, personal relationships, or health. The better you serve others and contribute positively to the world, the greater your compensation will be. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a 19th century philosopher and writer, was one of the first to articulate the law of compensation in detail. He explained that each person is compensated in like manner for that which he or she has contributed. This means that there is a direct cause and effect relationship between your actions and the rewards you receive. When you work hard, give generously, and serve others, you naturally attract more opportunities, wealth, and positive experiences into your life. At its core, the law of compensation is about cause and effect. Every action you take sets in motion a chain of events that leads to specific outcomes. If you consistently add value to others, whether it's in your job, your business, your relationships, or your community, you will receive value in return. It may not happen immediately, but the law ensures that your efforts will eventually be rewarded. Understanding compensation. Compensation comes in many forms. For some, it may be financial. Earning a salary, making profits from a business, or receiving bonuses and commissions. For others, compensation may come in the form of personal growth, better relationships, increased happiness, or a sense of fulfillment. Regardless of how compensation is received, it always follows the same principle. The more you give, the more you get in return. It's important to note that compensation is not always instant or obvious. Sometimes, the rewards of your efforts may take time to materialize, and they may not always show up in the way you expect. For example, you might invest time and effort in helping someone, but the compensation might come later in the form of an unexpected opportunity, a new connection, or personal satisfaction. The key is to trust the process and remain focused on adding value. Now, the law of compensation applies to career and business. In the professional world, the law of compensation is particularly relevant. Your income and success are directly tied to the amount of value you provide to your employer, customers, or clients. If you want to earn more or advance in your career, you need to focus on contributing more value to the people you serve. One of the most effective ways to apply the law of compensation is by becoming indispensable in your job or business. When you consistently go above and beyond what is expected of you, you set yourself apart from others. You become someone who is valuable and difficult to replace, and as a result, you are more likely to be compensated with promotions, raises, or new opportunities. For example, let's say you're working in a customer service role. If you simply do the bare minimum and answer calls or respond to emails, you might keep your job, but you won't stand out. However, if you take the time to understand your customers' needs, provide personalized service, and solve problems quickly and effectively, you will make a positive impression. Your customers will be more satisfied. Your employer will recognize your value, and over time, you'll attract opportunities for growth and advancement. In business, the law of compensation is tied to the value you provide to your customers or clients. If you consistently deliver high-quality products or services that solve problems, meet needs, or improve people's lives, your business will grow. People will naturally want to work with you, buy from you, and recommend you to others. The more value you provide, the more your business will be compensated with sales, profits, and loyal customers. Compensation and personal growth. The law of compensation also applies to personal growth. If you want to grow as an individual, achieve personal fulfillment, and improve your relationships, you must first focus on how you can give more to others. This could mean offering emotional support to a friend, helping someone in need, or contributing your time and energy to a cause you care about. When you give freely and without expecting anything in return, you open yourself up to receiving unexpected rewards. These rewards may come in the form of personal satisfaction, a deeper sense of purpose, or the joy of knowing you've made a positive impact on someone's life. Often, the act of giving itself is a form of compensation. It makes you feel good, it strengthens your relationships, and it builds your character. Brian Tracy often emphasizes the importance of personal growth and continuous learning as a way to increase your value and compensation. He believes that the more you invest in your own development, whether it's through education, skill building, or self-improvement, the more valuable you become to others. This increased value naturally leads to more compensation in the form of opportunities, recognition, and personal satisfaction. Giving before receiving. One of the most important lessons of the law of compensation is that you must first give before you can receive. Many people fall into the trap of wanting to be compensated or rewarded without first putting in the effort or adding value. They expect success, wealth, or recognition to come to them without doing the work necessary to deserve it. But the law of compensation reminds us that you must first plant the seeds before you can reap the harvest. Just as a farmer must work the soil, plant the crops, and tend to them before they can enjoy the fruits of their labor, you must consistently give, contribute, and add value before you can expect compensation. This principle applies to every area of life, from your career to your personal relationships. It's also important to recognize that compensation is not always immediate. Sometimes you may give or work hard without seeing an immediate return, but that doesn't mean your efforts are wasted. The law of compensation is always at work, even if the rewards take time to appear. Trust that the value you put out into the world will eventually come back to you in one form or another. Compensation and relationships. The law of compensation plays a significant role in your relationships as well. Just as you are compensated for the value you provide in your career or business, you are compensated in your relationships based on the love, support, and care you give to others. If you want to have strong, healthy, and fulfilling relationships, you need to focus on giving more to the people in your life. This could mean being more supportive, more understanding, more patient, or more generous with your time and attention. When you invest in your relationships, the compensation comes in the form of deeper connections, mutual respect, and emotional fulfillment. Relationships are a two-way street. When you give, you receive. At the same time, the law of compensation reminds us that you can't expect to receive more from a relationship than you are willing to give. If you want more love, appreciation, or support from someone, start by giving those things yourself. The more you contribute positively to your relationships, the more you will be compensated in return. Expanding your value. To increase your compensation, you must constantly look for ways to expand your value. This could mean improving your skills, learning new things, or finding innovative ways to solve problems and serve others. The more you invest in your own growth and development, the more valuable you become, and the more compensation you will receive in return. One of the best ways to expand your value is to ask yourself, how can I give more? Whether it's in your job, your business, or your personal life, there's always an opportunity to contribute more value. By focusing on how you can serve others, help solve their problems, and meet their needs, you will naturally attract more compensation. Brian Tracy often says your income will always be in direct proportion to the value you provide to others. This is a simple yet powerful reminder that compensation is not a matter of luck or chance. It's a direct result of the value you bring to the table. If you want to earn more, achieve more, or experience more success, the key is to find ways to provide more value. Conclusion. The law of compensation teaches us that life is governed by the principle of cause and effect. Whatever you give, you will receive in return. The amount of compensation you receive, whether in the form of money, success, relationships, or personal fulfillment, is directly related to the value you provide to others. By focusing on how you can give more, contribute more, and serve others better, you activate the law of compensation in your favor. Remember that compensation is not always immediate, but it is always certain. The more value you add to the world, the more you will be compensated in return. Whether you want to grow your career, build stronger relationships, or achieve personal fulfillment, the key is to focus on adding value. The more you give, the more you will receive. This is the timeless wisdom of the law of compensation.